will come. Yeah, I didn't expect it. Yeah.
You're just now getting vulture upgrades, and
Effective because Vulture is very quick with it. That I could make some galactic. You can kill this and probably I should make just some races to defend this or against these troops. But I didn't notice that, so that's why this support was useless at that moment. So I I failed with my support there. He's made very good job in keeping the especially with their upgrades.
Interesting.